Deck profile here. So starting off with the leader, when this card attacks, a leader card, draw a card, and this card gets 5,000 power for the turn. It's good because it always goes to 15k, so even if your opponent awakens early, you're still putting in that 15k pressure. You draw a card, and then when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw a card, choose one of your energies, switch it to active mode. And I pretty much always use it on a multicolor. When this card attacks, draw one card and gets 5,000. Same thing for the front, but the extra thing it gets is it plays the skill list with 2 or less from your drop and play it. So you're adding board presence, drawing a card, getting 5,000. That's pretty strong for one auto, you know. Active battle is really good. Do you kill anything with double strike, critical, or blocker? If this got past barrier, this card would be so broken. I guess another little thing I like doing is to KO with the negate blockers, you know, that summons the token. You can just pop a token. Okay, and the next card we play here is the Unison Hit Ready to Brawl. I play 4 of them just because you want to set up your vanillas from the deck to the drop. Also, if you're like at 5 health, 5 cards in the life, your opponent doesn't want to swing at your leader, but they swing at this, you're pretty much forcing them to swing at your leader. I don't play any other hit for this effect, so it's more just for the utility of setting up the drop, and also because I play the Fang Fists and the Yamcha. I play 3 of the Test in the Opposition. It's good for when you're at 5. You know, if you're gonna get triple striked or anything like that, anything with like double crit. Pretty much, if you don't want to take more than 1 life, it's a good time to play this. 2 of these, I actually like this, using it during my opponent's turn because you're able to play a vanilla from the drop. You can do it from the deck as well, but the main reason you want to play it from the drop is because it ends up becoming a pseudo super combo, kind of like the green cell and that red Goku. When you combo with it, you draw a card. Just because we're playing the 4 of the healing pod. So we played 2 of the Wolfang Fist. It's really good because it ignores barrier and it does -15 on a battle card. 1 Yamcha, it's at 1. It plays itself for free if you have a Unison with a specified cost of 2, which we play 4 of them, and -15, 2 cards. I play 4 of these. It's for the early game to help me self-awaken a little quicker. People don't really expect this as much anymore. I guess it's because a lot of people don't play this anymore. I still like it. 4 of the Gohan defeating the demon. It's a double strike blocker. So basically, it can play itself for 1 if you have like up to 3 Z energy, or even like a Z battle card and then some Z energy, because it goes off both permanents. And then when you play it, -20 card, 20,000 on one of your opponent's cards. Pretty good card. The Gohan. This is more like utility, you know, a little extra removal for decks that play a lot of multiple small units that don't have barrier. Plus, it's a 1-drop 15k, and you can get double strike if it minuses 10k on 5 or more things, because it targets unisons as well. The super combo for this deck is the Nappa that plays itself after it's comboed, which obviously you're going to be using these on your opponent's turn because you're able to get a draw off of the healing pod because Nappa plays itself from the drop after your combo. And then also another thing too is when you're playing your leader, you play your vanilla from the drop. So you're basically drawing 2 cards when you're swinging with your leader. The Broly's, you know, so that it ignore energy exhaust. You gotta have those. I really like this card because of the Champa and the Supreme Kai, the ones that give double strike, they're banned. So, you know, why not use another alternative and play this one? So when for a rival red-green, you play 1 red. You play this, you give your card that's attacking, you know, double strike, and then you pop something that has 20,000 or less. So one of the main things I like doing in this deck is like, so if I like attack with one of these Trunks or one of these Gohans, I'll combo a super combo, make it go to 25, and then I'll pay an energy, to make it, a rival, give it double strike, so you're pretty much giving it double crit. Also another guy that, that brings out the vanillas from the deck is this Trunks, and it gives it critical for the turn. So you're basically, you're getting a guy out, you're getting multiple units out for like 2 energy, so 1 for this. You're bringing out a unit with critical, so one of these guys with critical, 20k, you swing, you're comboing this, it goes to 30k, then you're gonna rival, give this, 30k double crit. It's a pretty scary thing. So with the Great Saiyaman 2, it's another way to add more aggro to the deck. You attack with the vanilla, you bounce the vanilla back to your hand, then you can play another vanilla from your deck or your drop. You pretty much want to play them from the drop mostly, because since you're playing 4 of those overwhelmed Trunks, the black one, you basically want to make sure you have as little vanillas in your drop as possible. Also, if you haven't drawn for the turn with your field card, you can also do that, but you're always going to have your leader swing anyway. And I play 6 of the vanillas. I think 6 is a good number. 5, I would do with like 5 minimum, 6 maximum. 3 of the Gohan, Great Gohans, they're really good. It's another early aggro, help you self-awaken, stuff like that. And add the Gohanks, that was a secret rare. So this guy is really good because it ignores barrier. You're minus 25 like their whole board. It's a blocker, dual attack, and pretty much you're gonna be playing this on turn 5 because you're able to use the active main. You give yourself the dual attack, triple strike. If they have 2 negates, that's pretty much the only thing that kind of screws you over. You could play the scramble, SS3 scramble, secret rare as well. You can pretty much play any secret rare you want, honestly, but the fact that this deck doesn't really do too well against things with barrier, this is like a good thing to have. If you don't really want to be too aggro with this, you want to be a little more defensive and you don't care, you can just play this on turn 4, tap out and make it, it's gonna be a blocker. And plus when these swing, you're gonna get the +1 anyway, so they'll get minus 25 to something. And then the Z deck, so this is a best of 1 deck, by the way, so there's no side deck. The Vegeta, just for the self-awaken, I don't really like playing this, but if you want to cycle some cards, you can just play one. This card Synergize is really good with the deck. You're able to, you're playing vanillas a lot and they cost 2. You swing with that, make your opponent discard a card. This has double strike, deflect, it's a good way to kind of, do some removal, and also it can help you, close out the game with a double strike as well. Popping something with 5 or less is really good. This is another card that has double strike. It's a little stronger. It has the same amount of energy, but 1 more or 2 more Z energy than the Frieza. Yeah, you can't really do any of these skills because you don't have the correct stuff. This is another like whatever card utility. I guess for it to gain double strike, 25k double strike, you can even make itself or it can't be affected. So if they're trying to like do something, during the attacking step or whatever, the battle step, they can't remove it. This one's another card that you can close the game out with. It has deflect as well. It's double strike, dual attack, basically. In a sense, yeah, it's because of this. And this is just like a 1-drop 10k blocker, pretty much. And this guy right here, don't really play him too much. It's just another space that you can either play something else, but I mean, discard 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 card from your left to your hand, so you don't even have to take the life. It's you're going to 20k when you're attacking. If you have fewer or less cards in your hand, you draw a card, and you can even KO something with this card. It's pretty good. Well, that's pretty much the deck. If you have any other suggestions for this deck, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.